Hello everybody, welcome to Maimonides Mitzvah Moment, broadcasting from Starbucks. Now Hashem works in amazing ways. I'm here with my good friend Avi Shelef, who is a Kohen, and of all the 613 mitzvot of the Torah, Avi, give us today's mitzvah.
Birkat Kohanim.
Could you imagine the mitzvah of Birkat Kohanim is the mitzvah for today. Birkat Kohanim, as well as the mitzvah to put tefillin on your head. Those are the two biblical positive mitzvahs for today's lesson. So, Avi, we're going to study very quickly some of the basic laws of how Birkat Kohanim goes. During the repetition of the Amidah in the shul, when the Chazan reaches the blessing of Ritzeh, all of the Kohanim that are in the shul are supposed to get up from their seats and are supposed to make their way to the front of the Bet Knesset, to the front of the shul. Now, the Rambam doesn't mention this, but prior they're supposed to have wash their hands, and you know that the Leviim help with that. You remember that, Avi, right?
Sure.
That part you know. Okay, now...
I know.
Now, when Avi is not only just a Kohen, also a big scholar. Now, when they reach the front of the shul, they're supposed to stand with their facing the front, the Aron Kodesh, the front of the shul, and their backs are facing the congregation. Now, once the Kohen finishes that particular blessing, the blessing of Hoda'ah in the repetition, they turn around and they're supposed to lift their hands. Show us the way that the Kohanim do that's when they turn around, face the Kehillah, face the congregation. That's when they raise their hands in that special way. It's supposed to be up, their hands should be leveled with their shoulders when they do that, and they begin the blessing. The Chazan is supposed to lead them. The Chazan says each word of the blessing, Yivarechacha, the Kohanim repeat Yivarechacha. When they reach the end of the first pasuk, the congregation answers Amen. It's very important, says the Rambam, that when that the Chazan, when he says the word, the Kohanim wait until he finishes saying the word, then the Kohanim say the word, and then when it's time to say Amen, the congregation waits before saying Amen until the Kohanim finish the word from the blessing, right? What else does the Rambam say? Very important. When we're doing the priestly blessing, do you ever wonder why we put the talit so that the congregation is not looking at the Kohanim? The reason for that is because the Kohanim are not supposed to actually be looking at the people during the blessing at the congregation. The congregation is not supposed to be looking at the Kohanim, because that could possibly, you're thinking about how the Kohen looks, that could be a distraction. We're really supposed to be thinking about when the Kohanim give the blessing. Of course, it's not that the blessing is not just from the Kohen. The Kohen is an agent, a shaliach, an agent to give the blessing from Hashem. So therefore, we want to be focusing on God during the priestly blessing. That's why we cover ourselves and make a point of not looking at the Kohen. But after the Kohen is finished, you have to make sure, what do you do after when the blessing is over? You have to say, Shkoyach Kohen.